as Freddie would say, welcome to prime time, bitch.
Great way to start the show, Drew.
Thank you.
Hey there, guys. It's Corin Howell, and you're watching Splash Pages.
It's the one obvious thing.
What's wrong with him?
His girl just broke it off.
It's her father. He doesn't want her dating a zombie.
Why? What are they, demons?
She is predeceased.
An outsider?
Mm-hmm.
Man, you're asking for trouble.
She broke my heart.
You're a zombie. Technically, you don't even have a heart.
After all of the great cinema that we brought to the world, and we still get no respect.
I don't know why he doesn't like me. I'm responsible. A full-time job.
You work at a haunted house in October.
I'm trying to be healthy. She's a vegan, so...
Wait, you're giving up meat?
Oh, come on.
What are you gonna do? Attack a farmer's market to try to impress her?
Now, if he was a vampire, he'd have a much better chance with her dad.
Yeah, those pretty bastards.
I didn't think this would be that hard.
Hard? Man, I'm a zombie and I'm black.
Oh, here we go.
I blame the educational system.
I blame the media.
I blame George Romero.
Oh. How could you be so disrespectful?
Coffee?
Zombies don't know much, but they do know good coffee. Deadly Grounds. It's coffee to die for. And zombie approved.
Who's George Romero?
Just have some coffee.
Oh, hey everybody! Sorry, I got a paper clip, and suddenly I'm here back in the box to take. It just escalated horribly. You know, I don't know how that resulted in my tooth falling out, but my God, I am just so sorry. I would love to be here to talk to our guest about Transformers. Oh my God, I'm so sad. But yeah, I'm just going to be submerged in this. So just, you know, as they say, en bakta. Thank you.
Oh boy, poor Leo. I'll take it for you, buddy. Happy Tuesday, everybody. Welcome to Splash Pages. We are going to have another awesome show. I'm really excited about tonight. Had some great reading, some beautiful artwork that you guys are going to love. And enough about me, though. Let's see how Jar's doing. Maybe. Yay.
Hello, everybody. It is a great night to be tuning in. I see quite a few already are. That's great. I'm quite impressed with our lineup tonight. We've got a great writer and artist. So Drew, over to you to introduce her.
Thank you, Jar. Much appreciated, buddy. You're looking gingery as always. Hey,
Yes.
everybody. Thank you for joining us on Tuesday. Unfortunately, some of our team couldn't make it because we chose literally a show date that is an anomaly because this is the one night that the Lunar New Year, Mardi Gras, and Ramadan are all starting on the same day. But let's not talk about my calendar. We have a stellar guest here, someone who I've had the pleasure of meeting more than a few times, and who's also contributed to one of my favorite cherished parts of my collection, my Ghostbuster comic collection. Yes, she is a writer, artist, all-around horror fan who is probably one of the most positive quasi-goth people you'll ever meet at a convention, and she will definitely talk your ear off about Freddy Krueger, whether you want her to or not.
Nice.
You've seen her stuff on Calamity Kate, Girl in the Bay, Transformers, Batmite. You also seen Dark Red, and of course, Ghostbusters Answer the Call, and her creator-owned series Lilith, which I believe Volume 2 is definitely still on the way. But don't let me tell you, we'll have her do it. So everybody, the one, the only, Corin Howell.
Hey guys. Shit. 5.6. Like, this is a 5% alcohol thing. Crap.
Oh, she's going to be done by the end. That's it.
Oh, it's okay.
There's jelly globs in it. Oh my god.
It's okay. Don't worry. Like we've made it a thing of creators getting sloshed at our thing. It goes from splash pages to smash pages real quick.
Nice.
Oh, yeah.
So, again, what was it, Jar? Nothing beats John Layman just drinking whiskey and then just talking smack the whole show. It was pretty great. I was like, boy, this is more than I could chew. Thank you. But yeah.
I got that reference. I hope the rest of the world did. That was great.
Yes. All right. So I definitely need to start some of your beginning because in doing research, I absolutely loved that first thing first, we bonded over our mutual Catholicism in school.
Oh, God.
Yes. But,
I'm sorry for both of you.
It all essentially your true transformation, much like a caterpillar cocooning into a killer moth or something. Middle school, VHS collection, Nightmare on Elm Street, and then it just kind of goes downhill from there. But I feel like we have to kind of thank your mother because it wasn't she the one that said, this isn't for you. And you're like, no, this is definitely for me. Right?
Yeah. She was very specific on what we watched as kids, especially like as a child of divorce.
Mm-hmm.
She had no say, obviously. And whenever it was my dad's weekend. And and my dad's VHS collection, to give in context of what it looked like, imagine a staircase that goes, to the second floor, and there's so many VHS tapes that they stack up almost to the ceiling on each step of this
Amazing
house. And that's how many movies my dad still has, I think, in boxes somewhere. But
there you go.
Okay. But yeah, and when it was dad's weekend, I got to watch whatever movie I fucking wanted. It was amazing. But mom would just be like, "No, can't watch this. You'll get scary nightmares." I'm like, "Mom, I'm fucking 12."
Yeah.
What's your favorite nightmare? Nightmare on Elm Street, I mean.
Oh, 1 and 3.
1 and 3,
Like,
hell yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, 3's got a song.
No, but also I feel like you can't sleep. I've always said New Nightmare gets slept on. It's pretty good.
It is. I will say in a turn, like, I feel like it's good artistically.
Yeah.
Not so much as like a horror movie.
No.
Not like a campy one, but like an artistic, like meta horror movie.
Yeah. It definitely took chances. I mean, I can't really talk because every Halloween during the movie marathon, Freddy vs. Jason is always there. And I'm so proud of it, even though every time I'm like, certain things in this did not age well. Certain things. But the second we're in a cornfield, I'm like, oh boy. I'm excited. Shit is about to go DOWNNN. Oh my God.
I remember my boyfriend told me that when he was in high school and that movie and Freddy vs. Jason came out, he went and saw that in the theater twice.
To
'Cause
death.
it was
One for each
that fun.
contender, so he could not be
Yeah.
accused of favoritism.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember when it came out on DVD, I was like, this is stupid, but I love it.
But that's exactly what I thought. I was like, this is really dumb, but boy, that soundtrack slaps.
Yeah, shit,
You know?
yeah.
Yeah, but
You know how that was supposed to end, right?
What happened?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it was supposed to be. Wasn't it supposed to be Ash, right?
Yeah, it was supposed to end with Ash going groovy, and then, but they decided to use that with, oh my God, is the box.
They were going to bring in Pinhead at one point in time, but they
Really?
couldn't get the licensing.
Yeah.
They couldn't get his thing, and it was going to be towards the end, and then he was just going to yank them both down into hell.
Yeah, there was what was it? They saved the groovy part for Ash for the remake of Evil Dead.
Mhm.
If you see it until like after the credits, you get Ash, and that was like their teaser for Ash versus Evil Dead show.
Yeah. Something like that. And I was just like, okay, this is just weird now.
Yeah.
Because, it's just like, I was like, it's like, hi kids, do you remember the thing we used to have? Here it is, just in case. I'm just like, don't do this to them. They tried. It was a good effort. So
As a woman,
that
I have to ask though, because
Go, Kari.
I was born on Halloween, and as you're saying with like the parents deciding, my mom introduced me to all of the Universal monsters, and then my dad, because I was a divorced kid too, and my dad would be the like hanging out just HBO. Oh, Amityville's on. Here you go, and like I'm like 7, and he's just leaving, and it's like, oh. Yeah, I got.
Here's your babysitter.
Yep.
He paid no attention whatsoever to what I was watching, so I'd just be watching like the most up shit that there was. And it was just like, okay.
I feel like a lot of horror fans, trauma is always what sparks your favorites. Because I remember my favorite movie is Ghostbusters, and I remember watching it when I was 4, and the possession scene with Dana terrified me to the point where I was kind of really legit scared of my closet for at least a week or two, because I was like, Mom, it's not in there, right? Like, there's no terror dog in there, right? Because I really don't want to wake up and I see a glowing door. That's where now I have this fear of it.
Look at all the junk food.
So again, all your fans are like, oh, I love that. And later on, I was like, I'm a huge horror fan. And I was like, how? Trauma. Lots of trauma. And especially Kari, isn't it every year Exorcism Part 3, right?
The Exorcist 3 is my favorite horror movie ever, and I watch it constantly.
Every
I'm a
day.
huge Fred Durst fan, so like, what are your feelings on The Exorcist 3? And have you seen the director's cut, the one without Jason Miller or Father Morning and all of the?
What's with
the way it was supposed to be.
So my boyfriend is he went into film before I met in art school. And so he is, I call him the walking encyclopedia of film, because he knows everything practically. And he is the one that told me about Exorcist Part 3 and how it was supposed to be established as a completely different movie. But the studio was just like, we want it to be this because this could get more people in seats. And so it's like, this isn't even but it's such a gorgeous movie. It's very pretty. That's the other thing I love about it. It's very pretty, but it's like, why did they call it this? I'm so confused.
I can just see Kari's face. She's like, oh my God, I love her. Like, you're just hitting all the right notes.
So you go for William Peter Blatty's trilogy of faith. It was The Exorcist, and then the Ninth Configuration, aka Twinkle Twinkle Killer Kane.
Yeah.
And then it goes into Legion, and then Legion was what, then they turned it into The Exorcist 3 Legion, and it was like,
why?
Because I mean, Brad Dourif and George C. Scott being all
Oh.
shouty and everything, and it was perfect. It didn't need. I mean, okay, the exorcism at the end does add something to it, but Fabio,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fabio popping up as an angel in his dream, and I'm like, what? What are you doing here? Why
Yeah.
are you here?
Yeah, but Kari, save it for your blog. But speaking of comics, first thing first, looking over your style, and Jar and Kari, I don't know if you could tell it too. Like, Corinne, your style very much has like a nice amalgamation of comics, but also clearly the manga. There's that manga influence, and I found it so funny because upon research, I think you said your first comic was a Pokemon short, right? Where Ash meets Pikachu.
Yeah, it was
Like,
back when Pokemon was first coming to the States.
right.
And
then Trigun just wrecked your world.
Oh yeah, I think like Pokemon came out when I was in third grade, so I was like 8. So it was like, here's all this new shit, and my mom got me like the magazine, and God, when they actually used to sell the fucking like was it not Dojishi, but when they would sell like the full magazine comics in the grocery stores.
Yeah.
And my mom picked up the one with Pokemon on it, and that's where I started seeing like manga, and it was really cool. And then fast forward to like 2-3 years later, I'm in middle school, and my dad takes me to the mall with him, and then there I see it. Rest in peace, Walden Books. He always had everything. But that's where I found Trigun, and I told Dad, I'm like, and it was like the volumes back then were like still super thick. They're like that thick. That's like the first part of Trigun, and there's 2 of them. And I told Dad, I'm like, I need to go back and get this other one. He's like, okay, and like, behold this manga that 11-year-old child probably shouldn't be reading, but here I am reading it, and I fell in love with it. I loved how gorgeous the art was, and how sad yet funny the story was. Because you have this traumatic character. Yeah, can't.
Word.
Traumatic character. You have Vash the Stampede, who's a traumatic character, just trying to save humanity from his psycho killer twin brother, who also has a point at the same time. So it's this, but it's like Vash comes in to balance everything with humor, and then you get hit head first with all this drama and sadness. But then like Nightel always brings in like humor moments just to balance everything out. And it was so amazing to me as a kid, and I still go back. I still think about that first time I was reading the first Trigun like collection manga. It was my thing, and I even went ahead and got all of them. Now I have the whole collection of Trigun.
Have you had any moment where like essentially any of your work is the equivalent to that to somebody? Like, is someone watching and they're like, I picked up Lilith and this is my Trigun, like your story just connected with it. See, there you go.
There's Sasha.
There you go. See, Queen.
As we speak.
Yeah, right.
I've had somebody come up to me. It was like at C2E2, and what was crazy is that it was actually right before right before the book came out, and it was this girl, and she goes, "Hi, I really love your work. Also, want to tell you your Lilith illustrations got me through my toxic breakup," and I was like, "Oh my god!" Like, and I gave her a hug. And I was like, thank you for telling me this. I'm so happy that she helped you. She's like, yeah, it really helped me build my self-confidence and all this other stuff. I was like, oh, you're going to make me cry.
That's awesome.
There you go. And then picking up after Trigun, but it was Replay, right? By Christy Lajewski. That's what was like, I could do this.
Yeah,
right?
It was like me discovering, because I was like, I just started high school. I went to Catholic school from fucking kindergarten all the way to to senior year, and 12 years of Catholic school is great. It's awesome. But it's like, that time where your parents are like, what do you want to do for your career? Like, gotta think of a college and blah blah blah. And so I didn't know what the fuck I wanted to do. I just knew I wanted to draw. I liked drawing things, and Replay was that introduction to seeing like, wait, this isn't a mangaka. This person isn't Japanese. This person's American. And it like showed that like, oh, there's a school I can go to, Savannah College of Art and Design. And it like kicked off, like it fueled me to be like, I can actually do this as a job. This is what I want to do. I can draw manga like this person did. And I'm excited about that. I was so excited about it.
I loved this shot. I was like,
it's my favorite shot of the first.
That's so sexy.
Well, and to think that the person who drew this, her first work was a penciled Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah. Oh my God. I forgot about that. Was that on Facebook or something?
It was some interview. It was just like, oh yeah, I did a penciled Yu-Gi-Oh piece. It was like a friend of your mom for like $40.
Yeah. Oh my God, I got paid $50 for that, but that was a lot of money when I was like 11. So
yeah, if you adjust it now, that was definitely $300 or more.
Yeah,
probably. You know, you got to adjust for inflation now. Everything is more.
$300.
You know.
Love this girl.
What was your art first focused on when you were growing up? Like, what did you copy a lot of the manga that you read, or?
I tried to at first. Like it's kind of like how every person tries to, they start drawing is they end up copying the style that they really like. And mine was Trigun, and then like it was me like going headfirst into manga. I was just Trigun and Inuyasha and Cowboy Bebop and then Full Metal Alchemist came out, and that like just boy was that one a rough one. That early 2000s Full Metal.
Yeah.
Let's just rip my fucking heart out and make me cry like 15-year-old sobbing uncontrollably in my bedroom as I'm watching the DVD.
Man.
It's listen. So there's two different Full Metal Alchemist stories. One is the first one, which is in the early 2000s. It came out in 2003, I think, in Japan. When it came over to the States, it was around 2004, 2005. So the manga itself in Japan was not finished. So the early 2000s one basically took whatever first part was set up, and then the director's like, all right, we're going to do this now. And just kind of like took little tidbits of what the writer had in mind. And so the director of that first series, holy shit, did he really want to just traumatize a bunch of teenagers? Because holy crap.
Yes.
And anybody who's seen the early 2000s one knows exactly what I'm talking about.
Yes.
God. And then there's the second one, which is not really the second one. It's Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, but it's based entirely on the manga. It is shot for shot based on the manga. That one's beautifully done. Not, I would say, as soul crushing as the early 2000s because they had a different director, but it was still very, very good. And actually, like looking back on it now, I'm like, oh yeah, that's still pretty good. Like I'm glad they went this way anyway. So anyway, sorry for that tangent. That was
no, it's fine. It's fine. No. We get lost in tangents all the time. You can ask these two. That's like my bread and butter.
I have a squirrel.
Yes, the squirrel's literally looking down on you. True story. Literally. No, but like no, like, it's because she's on. But then on top of it, like you got your first job out of college, right? You were at a mini comics expo, and just so happened your little table, your first editor shows up, and it's like, hey, how do you feel about drawing boys action comics?
Yes.
Right?
So SCAD had this thing in the sequential department. That's what the major was called, sequential art. Side note, the president of SCAD, which everyone hates, by the way, wanted to call the major Funny Books, and everyone was like, fuck you. Like, why would you want to go into a major called Funny Books? Anyway, everybody hates her. I'm glad everybody hates her. She sucks. And I don't care if she gets this. Fuck her.
Yeah.
She's single-handedly ruined a lot of majors over at that school. And also, why the fuck does an art school need an equestrian program? fuck you. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. That look right there. That right there. All that money is going to your stupid ass equestrian program. And you're not paying attention to all the students that are literally not sleeping on, like, they're sleeping on the floor of the fucking animation building just to render their shit because your computers are not up to date. Fuck you. Anyway, sorry.
No, it's fine. Good. Let
Take
the
notes.
hate flow through you.
So sequential art program had every year they had Editors Day, which is what they would invite editors to the sequential department to not just find potential talent for their companies, but also to give portfolio reviews to students that, you know, actually, like, they need it. It's good to get that critique because this is despite how inclusive that the industry tries to be, you need to handle critique, otherwise you're not going to be able to handle the work in this industry. I have a saying, it's like, if you can't take critique, you don't belong here. As mean as that is, but it's true, because your editors are going to have a lot to say if you are not ready for this industry. So it was really good. I saw it as a good thing for students to get this. So, but that particular year, the year I graduated, Editors Day fell on the mini comics expo that sequential department would use to kind of, like, you know, celebrate, like, here's all the stuff that the students have been doing. And also it was kind of like, hey, get ready, this is what it's going to be like to, like, table at convention shows. So, and my very first editor, Joel, came up to my table, looks through this little mini comic, which back then I was doing, like, all ages, like, kind of like slice of life comics, because I didn't really know what I wanted to do. I just had this cute little story about a dad and his daughter, like, trying to navigate the life of being a single parent and having like this destructive, you know, background, whatever. But he flips through the mini comic and he's like, how do you feel about boys action comics? And I was like, I can do that. And my very first comic out in the world, or at least officially paid comic out in the world, would be Ben 10, a Halloween special.
Oh yeah.
Nice. Awesome. And then, kind of piggybacking off of that, there's a big debt of thanks to the great Sean Murphy.
Yeah.
You did an apprenticeship with him, right?
Yes. So it was like, I was working for Viz Media, which is what the Ben 10 comic was through. And Joel was an incredible and awesome editor. And so I did Ben 10. I did, what was it called? I did a Hello Kitty short that I also wrote, but it was like a silent comic. So, and those are fun because you don't have to worry about dialogue, obviously. I did something with Bravest Warriors. And it was just like all these little tiny projects that were all ages. And then I see, like, because I had been a fan of Sean's for like a couple of years before that, the funny thing was I didn't know what he did other than I saw his art on DeviantArt and went, holy shit, I love the way this guy, like, inks cities and cars and stuff. I want to get like that so I can do really cool Transformers comics like this. And then that
Leo's heart just broke right there.
Yeah, he
just should have been here for that.
Yeah, it's just, you said the T word. Keep going. Keep breaking it. Stomp on the heart.
And so the summer I graduated college, I did my very first Heroes Con where I tabled, and I was like, oh, like, I have a following with Transformers on Tumblr, so I can just do some stuff here, blah, blah, blah. And I saw that Sean was going to be there, and I was like, oh, cool, he's going to be here. That'd be kind of cool to talk to him. And then the day I decided to go over to his table, and I was like, why does this guy have a line? What's with the line? Why is there a line? And I was so confused until I saw, like, some of the books that he worked on. I was like, oh, this guy's kind of a big deal, I guess. And I was like, fuck, what am I going to do? So I just kind of, like, you know, took the bullet and just kind of just waited in line to talk to him. And we chatted for a bit, and I told him about like I went to SCAD too, and like we mutually hated the fucking president of SCAD, and because he went to SCAD as well, and
right.
And I gave him my mini comic, and he's flipping through it. He's like, "Thank you, this is pretty good." And in exchange for that, he gave me a free copy, the last apparently copy, and you can't find it much anymore. It's his copy of Off-Road with the original cover on it.
Wow.
Written and drawn graphic novel that he did with Oni Press, and I loved it. I loved that comic a lot. But yeah, like I met him there. It was really cool. And as the summer goes on, I'm like working at a pet store because I'm right out of college. I have no fucking money, and I'm doing comics on the side, and I have no fucking money. And I see that Sean puts up like an apprenticeship, and I was like, fuck it. What do I have to lose? I'm just like, I met this guy briefly. Maybe he'll remember me. I don't fucking know. And then I go, Viz wants me to go to New York Comic Con that same year. And I go to New York Comic Con, and I see that Sean's there again. And I wait in line again to talk to Sean. He kind of remembered me, and I was like, I didn't expect you to. But I told him like, oh yeah, I applied for your apprenticeship. And he's like, oh yeah, that's right. I saw your portfolio. And it's like, my wife won't let me say anything, but I really just want to go to somebody and go, you're in. And I was like, what does that mean? Okay. Just giving me like mixed signals here. What the fuck is going on? And then a couple weeks later, I get the email like, hey, you're in the top 10. I was like, what? What do you mean top 10? The fuck you mean top 10? And then apparently after an interview, he's like, yeah, you're in the apprenticeship. And I was like, what the fuck is happening? So it was, and the apprenticeship, I will say, was very informative. It was a huge learning experience. It was like me really trying to understanding more about like inking backgrounds and setting up your spaces and blocking out like certain I guess you could say like designs on the page itself to make things more cinematic. It really did a lot. And at the same time, I'm also like making friends, and now it's like Sean and I have known each other for over 10 years now. And he's like my big brother, and we text each other a lot, and we're all fucking around with each other, just like, yeah, fuck you. See this? Fuck you. They'll send me stupid Transformers memes, and I'll just go ahead like, hey, I found Batman White Knight fan fiction. You want to read it?
Oh boy.
Oh my God. Yeah.
He's like, you didn't have to hurt me so much. I was like, you asked. You asked for it, dude.
If you're gonna kick me, I'm gonna go straight for the jugular. Like,
yeah, it's like, oh, you're gonna kick me, I'm gonna go straight for your balls.
Yeah. Finish him. Flawless victory. Corin wins.
Yeah, we just kind of stick around, and like we go to shows together now. So, and now I'm doing a book with him. So
oh my God. What? That's awesome.
So yeah, it's pretty exciting.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, I've never been to San Diego, but just the experience, and you said especially like that's where you got to, meet a lot of people.
Oh, yeah.
And isn't that true? You geeked out Transformers in front of the editor, not realizing it until someone was like, that's the editor for Transformers. You're like, oh.
Yeah.
Hey, cool.
Be cool. Be cool. I'm going to transform into a box, and someone put me away.
And just do like fucking snake eyes and just leave into the box.
There you go.
Snake. So yeah.
You're a real dork, like geek, one of us. Like you keep mentioning pop culture stuff.
Shut up, Sasha.
I appreciate it.
Yes, I am. I just, it took me a while to like accept that I was a giant nerd, because for a while it was like, you get that Catholic guilt of like, don't show this, otherwise you're never gonna
don't show the weakness. It is a sin.
Like, it was the thing of like, don't do this or you're never going to find a husband. You're never going to get a boyfriend if you do this, and blah, blah, blah. And it's like, it stuck for a long time. And then it just came to the point where like, after I went to SCAD, I'm like, fuck this. this is who I am. Fuck you. So
accept it. I wear plaid.
I'm a giant robot nerd, and you can just suck a dick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Suck a Cybertronian D, man.
There's something I could say about Transformers fandom lore, but I'm not
Please
going to
don't.
say it.
Please don't. No. Maybe later.
Imagination.
Well, yeah,
I-
things to tell Leah.
Sasha here, she knows exactly what I'm talking about. And it's like that sacred fandom lore. I can't speak.
Oh God. But and then after San Diego that's how you got Batmite, right? There was that famous call.
No, so like what happened was we finished Cafe Racer and Sean still lived in New York at that point, so he went to the DC offices when they were still in New York at that point, and passed around free copies. And that's the fucking same day my editor gets the free copy, he calls me because Sean had my number. And I didn't know who the fuck it was because I was like, the minute I answered, I was like, hello? And this person goes, hey, is this Corin Howell? And I was like, yes, who is this? He's like, oh, I'm sorry. I'm such and such with DC Comics. I was like, what the fuck?
Right?
How'd you get this? And that's how I got Batmite, because they saw my pages with Cafe Racer and immediately wanted me on the book. So that was exciting.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's Batmite.
Your art style goes along with a lot of different characters, so I could see that. Yeah.
Yes, and I think we finally got up to modern. Like, I think we've covered your bio, so let's talk about some of the work. Jar, Kari, where should we start?
Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna start trying to pull this up at the same time, but I'm multitasking here. But
You're doing great, Kari.
one of the things that you did that I love how you just kind of blew it off. You're like, yeah, that's Hello Kitty was a silent comic, totally easy, no dialogue. And it's like silent comics are really hard to do.
Yeah,
you know,
especially
if you make them understandable. And one of the people who I think who does that really well is Phil Hester. And
Yes.
I wanted to say when I first saw these covers for Answer the Call totally remind me of what Phil is doing right now on the Adventures of Lumen N. Only you're doing the inking yourself, but
Yes.
but you have a, like, you know, he and Andy are like this seamless team that work together. But you're reminding me more and more now of Phil Hester, who I adore. But yeah, I just wanted to like does the silent comics, and then you have this artwork style that kind of goes along with it. So it's like, wow.
Well, and
Yeah.
yeah.
Sorry.
No, I know.
Not so
It's
much a
fine.
question, just a compliment. You know it.
Yeah.
But
We compliment a lot. We're very praise heavy here. So if you ever have a bad day, just watch his ears. Like, I'm actually doing okay. Like I'm doing good. Like, I look good. Like you know, Ron Burgundy is like, I look really good. Hey, see how good I look on this show. You know, Sean, you.
How did you get the call to answer the call?
So with Ghostbusters, it's funny, I actually knew about the movie like a whole year before it was like before they started marketing it.
Amazing.
Because I had been working with IDW for a little while. Like I finished with Transformers Windblade, and then they had me move to like a Back to the Future short. And then I did another Transformers short because it was the anniversary of Transformers Beast Wars, and it was also like the last year for BotCon, so they did this special comic / anniversary comic for BotCon itself. And so IDW just kind of had me on call for, you know, whatever shorts or whatever, something I can do to fill in, until my editor goes, hey, there's something very specific I want to talk to you about. And it was for Ghostbusters, and he's like, you can't share any of this, obviously. And it was a whole like all the promo images that were planned to be released for marketing, all the stuff that they had in mind. And I was like, I'd be up for this. And so there started the planning for that. It wasn't just like, hey, I loved your art. It was more like, hey, we know how good your art is with this stuff. Let's go for it. I was like, yeah, sure, why not? Always wanted to do Ghostbusters stuff. Kind of fun.
Well, yeah. And then Kelly is such a great writer. I mean, you two just worked so well. And I was saying this because, you know, I mean, I'm wearing a Raise a Cult shirt, so, you know, I'm clearly a fan. But I was saying to them that I loved what Eric Burnham, who we've had on the show more than once.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
absolutely amazing, and probably literally we had on our last time we had him on. I think we spent Kari and Jared. Didn't we spend like 30 minutes just talking about shitty horror movies? Right? It was like Mono's Hands of Fate was in there at
Oh
some
my God.
point.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
It's not a movie. It doesn't count. I don't
doesn't-
allow that to be a
yeah,
movie.
I called it a Mystery Science Theater episode. That's what it is.
Yeah,
That's what I call that movie.
it was pretty great, but it was that, and yeah, it was just like what he did with the crossover with the Ghostbusters, just kind of explaining things, tying it in. It was just so fantastic. And then what you and Kelly did, just kind of piggybacking off of that, giving them their own adventure, showing that this universe that was so heavily criticized, had potential. It just needed the ability to plant roots instead of, just harsh winters everywhere within the community. So
it was definitely kind of like, because again, like my boyfriend is film. He was a film major, so I know a lot of this stuff about the behind the scenes stuff. So I can't help but be kind of critical about how the movie was made.
Right.
But with Kelly's story, I was like, they could have just done this. This is a better story.
Right.
And I was just like, this is much more fun. And it's also establishing an entirely new world. Like you're just like having more fun with this. And I was like, if they actually had a planned script and everything, I feel like the movie would have been better, but everything was apparently ad-libbed and improvised and and poorly marketed, in my opinion. But
yeah. And oh, no questions there. But I do know Kari had a very fond appreciation for one particular Ghostbuster. Is that right, Kari? Was someone on the staff? The Kevin?
Oh.
Kevin!
What an idiot.
That was so good. Yeah.
He was so funny. Jar, what about you? What did you think kind of going into it?
I was a fan of the movie, not a huge fan, but somebody who I can enjoy a lot of things that other people kind of trash. So this, as she said, this probably could have been a better movie. Like this story, like I didn't know most of the stuff was ad-libbed and stuff. I thought they had gone in with an actual story and stuff.
No.
But your art on this is fantastic. Each character is easily recognized. Like I was just like, it's good stuff. I do wonder, do you keep yourself on a tight schedule when working? Like, do you do a 9 to 5 kind of thing?
It really depends on the book, to be honest. So with Ghostbusters, there was an issue where Kelly had a project before, and it was taking longer for her to finish that project than she expected. So we were actually going off schedule, and there was an issue where my editor literally wanted me to finish this first issue in 2 weeks, and I flat out said no. I literally, I was at that point where I'm like, I know you guys know that I'm fast, but I'm not that. I literally told him, like, if you want this book to sell, because this is a book I actually want to do some new stuff with,
right,
you're going to let me have the full reign. Otherwise, this isn't going to sell. Because I don't want to go super quick and mess up things, and it'd be just a stressful situation. But as soon as Kelly was able to come on fully for the project, we set up a whole new schedule for everything to be released.
Yeah.
So, and when it comes to like, so I try not to work after 6 o'clock. At least these days, since I work primarily with Vault, I kind of work off of their schedule. Say again?
I said that's a good
mindset
thing to keep.
Yeah.
Be like, after 6, I'm free from work.
Clocked out.
It's like since Vault, they're set in Montana, so I kind of go by their time, which is mountain time. So, and I live in Texas. So it's like, yeah, I live in Austin. It's not many cowboys here. You got urban cowboys, but those aren't really cowboys. Those are just tourist cowboy hats.
We know which way they're walking.
Buy it. But yeah, so it's like I have a set time. And since I've been working on Sean's book, I'm having to go with his time. He lives up in Maine, and I'm having to work with Eastern time again, which I haven't done in a long time. So I'm like, so by the time I get my page done, he's already off the clock, and he's like, oh yeah, that's cool. And just, I'm like, fuck you. Like,
yeah,
I just finished this. Look at the page, you asshole.
Right?
And he does. He does it to fuck with me, and I'm like, do this.
That's a great relationship to have. Like, you must get a lot of trust from him, like that.
He is my big brother, I would say. We feel very safe with each other when it comes to traveling. Unless, like, if my boyfriend's there with me at shows, then yeah, obviously I'll be around him more. But like, my boyfriend does not like going to shows a lot, with the exception of this recent one in New Orleans, since he never been to New Orleans and he really wanted to check it out. So while he got to check out the city, I was doing work. But I'm glad he did. New Orleans is such a pretty city. Anyway,
it really is.
A lot of good food.
And music too.
Oh yeah, and music. And so, but like Sean and I talked about say again.
My mom we just booked another trip there. We try to go every year, and I just got it booked today. So
pretty, so much good food and music. But so like every time we do shows now, it's usually like, hey, are you going to this show? It's like, yeah, I'm gonna go to this show. He's like, you want to come? I'm like, sure. And so he makes sure that like we're able to get tables at least like a hotel or flights or something. Just something paid for so we could all hang out, like me, him, and also his assistant, Jake. And now my assistant, that's going to be coming with me to the shows now. I have an assistant. It's so weird to say.
Yay, you made it. You did it. Have another drink. I mean, no, don't do that.
I know.
Accomplished.
He's had enough. He's had enough, Char.
It's a weird drink. It's got jelly in it. And it's so weird to drink right now. I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah, you're just like, do I get a spoon?
Shot.
It's like
says sake jello shot.
Yeah, Jar. I've had that, and I had a similar reaction. I was like, do I chew this? What is this?
I also love the directions that says make sure to shake 27 times before drinking.
Yeah, it's like
that's
if you shake it 26. You don't want to know. I'm like, oh
yeah, it's like I was like, what is okay, sure.
But yeah, it's like, is this policed? Are you gonna get an email? You shake it 28 times. Why would you do that?
What have you done?
Exactly. But then, like, again with Ghostbusters, I mean, the book was amazing. I just need to again, and I know because I own my own issues. You signed them years ago. Thank you again. But I also have to say I loved all the variant covers you did for Ghostbusters International. Were great, and I have to. I asked Kari, I was like, can we please like a slideshow so we just show everybody how the diversity of the weird as they were going through. So Kari, if you wouldn't mind. You know,
what's funny is that I was actually suggesting a couple of these locations because that first one there is set in St. Augustine, Florida.
Yeah,
I'm originally from Florida. I grew up in Gainesville, Florida, and I was like, and they had like a list of places they want to try, and I said like, I saw that St. Augustine's not on there, and he's like, and Eric, when he was talking about it, and he was like, what's up with St. Augustine? I'm like, it's the oldest city in the United States. It's got the oldest fort in the United States. It was founded by the Spanish when they came in, and the fort itself is said to be haunted. A good half of the town.
Ding. So,
yeah, and supposedly the lighthouse has maybe hauntedness somewhere around it. But he was like, "Oh, cool, we can do St. Augustine if you can come up with any ideas." And I was like, "Oh, gee, what's something terrifying about Florida? Gators. Nightmare.
They're delicious.
They are delicious. They're really fucking delicious.
Yeah, Kari, you can just kind of flip through them. I mean, they're all so great.
Well, She was talking about it, so I was just
Yeah, I
letting
know.
it go.
So you get the, the arc.
Some of
there.
these were just like Eric going like, have fun. I was like,
Yeah.
cool.
And this one's Texas, right? This
Mhm.
goat. Very Alamo.
Alamo. That's in Savannah.
There's always a pirate ship with us.
Yeah, so at this point, I was still living in Savannah, so that's why I did that one. I was like, yeah, we have a pirate ship that people get on to get drunk.
This one,
right on the street.
the bison one. I was like, oh.
That one was actually really pretty and kind of sad at the same time.
The thing that I love is that
is sad.
And the thing that I loved about it is that all of them had stories. So Eric was like that he made back and again, this is why I've always said he's one of the best, because he just comes up with these stories and you're like, yes, this makes so much sense. Like this one, I was like, oh my God, this is terrifying. But there's one especially I remember you telling me about when I had you sign all of these, because I had them. Oh my God, I've seen these in years. Stop this one. So I have to tell you, number one, everybody enjoy In the Clock Tower. She drew herself shooting arrows. And on the motorcycle, everybody, Mr. Sean Murphy, the big bro. And
his wife Colleen behind him.
Yes, I want to tell you, I actually had Sean sign my copy of this.
Yes.
So I told him, and I was like, Corin Howell says his regards. He's like, she would. So I was like, I think I'm one of the few people in the world that's this book signed by Eric, you, and Sean. And I even have it written down in my little Excel sheet. I was like, and signed by cover cameo, Sean Murphy. It was just so funny. But
what's so funny about that is that with every cover, Eric was like, yeah, have fun with it. So he would write something related to, like, he would make up a story surrounded around the cover. And I think I remember making a joke. Awesome. I'm like, so we're doing it like Canon Films, where they made the poster before the movie was even made.
Yeah. But all of them were great. Yeah. And they were all amazing. And we had to showcase you. More praise to you. But that's
welcome
all.
While Drew narrates your life story, and we will jump in here and there and be like, "You're so cool."
Hey! I'm sorry. I'm going to do like our guest did. Hey, Kari. Shazam! Shablamps.
True.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I feel like we have to tell her about Amityville, right? We have to. I feel like I have to tell her more, but I feel like I have to do it so she understands, right?
So for the people who are watching that weren't here pre-show, one of the other networks that I'm on, the Owlite Network, does a show called Tomb of the Terrible, where we review terrible movies. And because I am a horrible, horrible person, I made us spend an entire season. We watched like 14 or 16, something like that.
Too many.
There are, by the way, over 100 Amityville movies out there because they can't copyright the name. But
you can't brand the name because it's an actual town.
Yeah. And these are all like some of them are so much as like somebody took a board from the Amityville house and had it like when they made their porch, and so then it's haunted. And
the
just
Amityville
really
porch.
they're real, and they have like $50 budgets and stuff.
Demon wood.
And haunted
Amityville termites.
So we did we watched like Amityville Toilet was seriously one, and that one was kind of funny.
That one sounds really something you could get drunk to.
But the best part of the Amityville Toilet was there's this toilet, and it has like underneath it, if you watch with subtitles, "Get out" coming from the toilet and stuff. And so I needed an intro and outro for the Amityville movies themselves, and who better than the man who says "Get out" the best in the Dorkening Network. But so I had Drew give me intros and outros to Amityville that I would play as we were watching each one, and it was Drew. Would you like to give them a sample of what 100%?
So and again, it's been a long time since I watched it, so I had Kari send me the clip. So I I did what I call the Robin Williams takes. So I was like, I did the the get out, very ominous, and I was like, Kari, can I try something? And she was like, uh-oh. So I'm just like, get out, like seriously, can you please leave?
Seriously,
Like seriously, like it. I have to go to the bathroom, and I cannot go until the movie is over. So can you just please, just quickly? I don't know why you haven't paid your tab. Can you just get the fuck out of this goddamn theater? Like seriously, it's starting to smell in here. Like I just riff, and I do like 4, and I sent it to her, and she just gives me that look. Like later on, I was like, "What do you think?" She said, I don't know how to say this, but I love you, but I think therapy might be a good idea. And I was like, that's fair. That's like it was just one of those. And I'm Jar can detest this. I really don't like watching myself. I hate listening to my voice. I somehow think it's very grating. But Kari later on would tell me how much laughter. When she first played it, she said the entire chat lost their goddamn mind, and then it just became a thing. Like, and it's funny because I was just trying to do it like it was Amityville, but it was like the end of Ferris Bueller. It was like, what are you doing here? It's over. Leave. Go home. Like,
I believe
off.
one of the ones I used was, you don't want to stay here. If you do, they might make another one.
Yeah, it was pretty great. I was like, you don't want to stay here. They might make another one, and then it'll just keep going on, and eventually get remade with Ryan Reynolds, pre-Deadpool, like Blade Trinity era Reynolds. Like, you don't want to go that. Okay. Yeah, exactly.
I will say, I was like, you're better off in a comedy, Ryan Reynolds. Just be hot and be funny. Stop.
There you go. But it was one of those where I and then ever since then, I tell people, like, do you need a sound effect? Because I'll be your guy. Like, and now I'm like, uh-oh. And they're like, what's your references? I was like, you don't want to know.
The pillow, though, is from before, because he always would, like, tell us to get out. And he also used to lay down a lot. And so it would be like, I before I became a member of the show, I was a fan. And I played games, and one of them was Drew Moves. And so Drew would like he was constantly moving, and then he'd be like laying down and like talking from his pillow and doing stuff. And so like that's why he got Get Out, and it was a pillow. So I was just like, so I have
it's one of those where someone's like, she has a pillow of you, and this isn't
actually I have 2, because this one started pilling and getting kind of faded, so I had to buy a new one
to the Goodwill, the other one to the Goodwill, because I would love somebody
to Goodwill, see what everybody thinks.
Yeah, I would love to find out the person that picks up the Drew pillow.
Yeah, if I ever have
white elephant,
I'd be like, I was like, am I famous? I don't know how to feel about this. Feels a weird infamy. But guys, I definitely think we have to move on to the other things because we're but
yeah.
Well, go.
Did we already do Lilith? I'm sorry, my brain.
No, well, because we were going to say.
I kind of showed Lilith.
Yeah. Do you want to do Lilith? Because I figure we can maybe do the other one and then save Lilith because it's her most recent work.
Okay.
So briefly, again, loved Girl in the Bay. I mean, you got to work with J.M. DeMatteis, who's just an absolute legend, and he's fantastic. But such an interesting story. But it was just beautiful. Like the story was so trippy, but at the same time, like just her journey and everything was just so stunning. And
your water movements are beautiful. Like her underwater and stuff, the movement of her clothing, everything was just like, wow.
I really do love drawing like hair in motion and like fluidity when it comes to like clothes and stuff. It's just something I've always loved to draw.
Well, and the one thing that terrified me, which I thought the creepiness of was perfect, was like the demon familiar from the killer. I was like, how he just got worse, and I'm just like, Oh
He gets
God.
more gross. I think this was like the precursor when you get to see how much I like body horror.
Yeah, that was some Cronenbergian level stuff there. I was like, is he melt? I'm like, oh God, gross. So what was that like? I mean, like, how did that come up? Like, did JM just message you and was like, hey, you'd be good. Let's do this.
I think it was like Karen was starting Burger Books with Dark Horse, and because fucking Vertigo died first time.
First time. It's back now. It came back.
It's back. And I think it was, I can't remember. Yes. Okay. So what happened was that New York Comic Con the year prior, I had dinner with Sean and Karen, and that's how I got to meet her and talk to her about stuff, and she got to see some of my work. And then it was like that next year, she emailed me about doing the job because she liked my detail work. So I that's how I got this gig. And to be completely clear, I didn't know who J.M. DeMatteis was. Okay, so there's a lot of stuff in the comics industry and history that I don't know. Because
that's why we have Drew.
Hi.
Because I grew up primarily with manga. I didn't read a lot of American comics. So, with the exception of Transformers comics, but it's like that was pretty much it. And the Ninja Turtle comics. But it was like every time that somebody would bring up, hey, we're bringing in this writer, he's done all these books, and I'm like, who's that? Who are we talking about? I don't know who this is. Yeah, so it's like I don't know who you are. And so I mean, I remember a couple of times like hanging out with Sean at a show, and he's like, hey, I'm gonna go, let's go say hi to this person. I was a huge fan of his in the 90s. You've probably seen his books, and I was like, who? Who are we talking about?
Oh God, I'm getting deja vu. Kari, this is your friend. Like,
like, you know my pain.
After I've met somebody, I can establish it. Or after I've read just focus, concentrate. Okay, you're gonna deep dive into Mignola or something. Then I'm like, okay, I got it. But yeah, just randomly reading comics, which I am constantly doing because I have to. I'm compulsive about things like that. Yeah, I might read like somebody's work, like 30 different books, and then I'll be like, I never paid attention to who wrote them.
Yeah.
Just a book. It's like, oh, that guy. Okay.
Yes, it's like, oh, you're the person. You're the person I learned about in Survey of Sequential when I was in college. Oh, you did that. Cool.
Yeah. I'm generally like, I'm like the convention tour guide for our show. So literally, like, we'll be like, oh, this person did this, and that, and then Kari and George have the same reaction. Oh, that's nice, Drew. That's good. But very cool. That's nice. I'm just like.
He's also the only one that he knows what every single comic creator in the world looks like too. So like we could be walking down the hall and he's just like, so and so, that's wrong, and we're just like,
who?
Okay. Like, I don't recognize the stars that are at comic. You like, oh, and this guy, like is in a movie. Like, I recognize Keanu Reeves when he came by, but like other people, he's just like, this guy was other. I'm like,
cool.
I didn't watch the show. Sorry, he walked by our booth 5 times. I never watched the goddamn show.
I'm waiting for the year that Mitch gets Nicolas Cage and you just snub him.
Oh my God.
He'd snub
I'm
the
gonna
Cage.
bite my thumb at him.
Yep. What? Bite your thumb? I'm sorry. Whoa, Romeo and Juliet. Calm down, okay? He's not a Capulet. Do you bite my tongue with teeth, sir? Yes, I do. Dare indeed bite a. Kari, calm down, okay? Just don't bring up the Ghost Rider thing.
Spider-Man more now.
You can, Kari. Just mentally imagine a different actor doing a Nick Cage impression.
I will say I don't understand why he's doing this movie when he's that old. Just saying.
It is kind of strange casting.
My mom was like, so Peter Parker's like 60 60 or something in this one.
They could have just made it
is that what you're
animated.
going on?
They
Right.
could have just made it animated.
I just saw it, and it was I saw it. I was like, okay, like, but did we like again? It's the but did we need this though?
No.
No.
His line of work is so interesting to me, though. It's like he just came off of The Carpenter's Son, where he plays Jesus or Joseph, which was weird. I watched it, but it was still weird. And now he's going to be Spider-Man. Well, Spider-Man Noir.
He's got money because he's in debt.
Yeah, Jar, you're just expecting the thing being is that you just don't expect Joseph to be a loose cannon. You know, you didn't expect that crescendo monologue of eventually we're gonna have to go to Bethlehem. Okay, you know.
That wasn't bad, Drew.
No. I had my hands on the script of Constantine, the first one, before it came out, because a friend of mine's brother was working on the set or was working on the show, and he had the script, and he was talking to us, and at one point, that asshole was up for the part. He was one of the people that they were going through, and the notes, he sent them like pages and pages and pages of notes of what they would have to change for the character. And part of it was he had to be alone. He couldn't have a driver. He had to be alone. He wanted them to lay off the magic and give him guns and no smoking. And I was like, if you want to be the fucking Punisher, go get your uncle to make
Kari,
you a Punisher movie.
Kari,
You're not
weird.
No. First things first. It is Kari. I'm sorry. Before we move on to the next subject, I think you got to tell her the Nick Cage Ghost Rider story, because I feel like I'm still apologizing for that one. Oh, hi.
This is Conan.
Hey, Conan. You fuzzy barbarian. Hi there.
She's very disgruntled right now because she's like, Mom, what the fuck are you doing back in the office? This is my time. Our time.
Well, especially this kind of fits for the story. Kari, do you mind if I tell part of it and then you can pick it up?
Oh, you go for it.
Yeah, so basically, Kari is a huge Ghost Rider fan. You know, like Ghost Rider 14 was like one of her first books. And one of the cons she first got to go with, Howard Mackie was there, Javier Saltares. So she's like, oh my God, this is like, yes. And then she had never seen any of the Nick Cage Ghost Riders. I was like, oh, you know, and I see this, and she has that face that you have a cat that Brando has when it's just like, look how they massacred my boy. She's just watching it, and
kid, my boy.
She's just so disgruntled about like the first one. She was like, I hate him. Like, and then the second time she goes by, and she's like, so apparently he Danny Ketch, but it's Johnny Blaze. I hate him more. And then the next day, she's telling Mackie and Javier about this, and they all hate it. So it's just mutual hate. So I'm just like I feel bad because now she has more dislike for Nick Cage in her heart. But I was like, but this hate brought bonding with your heroes, so everybody wins. So I was like, I'm okay, right? And she's like, no, you're still on the hook. I'm like, oh shit.
Well, he did get glares because I was like talking to Javier, and I'm just like, and I couldn't believe it, and I'm like, and he made me watch it, both of them last night, parts, and he was just like.
No. And I said in perfect space, like, yo no sé. No comprendo. No comprendo el señorita's inglés. No, sir. Hasta luego. I was like, nope. Exit stage left. Izquierda. No más. You know, but yeah. So Nick Cage.
I can relate because that was my same reaction when Jurassic World came out.
Oh.
Yeah,
it did tear.
Yep, there it is. There, I knew that was going to happen.
Oh, that is so cute. I like how you're saying it. And I was like,
Murder Claw.
It wasn't even Murder Claw. It was.
Mom, no, please.
Yeah.
No, Jurassic Park tangent, because I will go off about Jurassic Park.
No more Jurassic Park fan fiction, please.
Oh, no, it's not fan. I'm into the video games. But
I've been still dealing with
the Evolution.
Yeah, I have Evolution 3. It's really fun. It's so cute. You get to raise baby dinosaurs.
Yeah.
So adorable.
I'm still
building
dealing with
cabinet.
how perfect that was. The single pause to touch your chin. I'm like,
I know.
that was so cute, and I'm just like, wow, that derailed all of us, and we all have some ADD somewhere. So that's pretty
And
cute to
you,
derail 3 ADD nerds.
yeah, you are such a little attention whore, you little shit.
Yep.
And now my brother is all pissed off because now I'm not paying attention to
See,
him.
Denise, here's the thing. Now you know you could definitely do a gender bend Clarion the Witch Boy, and that's your Teakle.
Yep.
You know, just little fucking monster.
Yeah, I know that pain when it comes to Jurassic Park because Jurassic Park is my favorite movie. It's my number one. It will always be my number one. And when I saw Jurassic World, I was like, what the fuck is this? They could have done anything.
Just to let you know, that's in my top 5 of favorite movies of all time.
Mhm.
So I very much, and you can ask Jar this, I will frequently just spare no expense. Just throw out a spare no expense anywhere, and you have to say it in the voice too.
No expense.
Spare no expense. But that or just the occasional John Williams, like you know, welcome to Splash Pages. It's our show. Here we are.
Holy shit! What the fuck?
Exactly. You just pantomime, and Carrie's like, "This is every year I do this to myself. I want to be your roommate for a show, and I regret it, but I love it at the same time."
He's my con buddy. He's the best worst roommate ever. Like he's like I live out of a suitcase when I'm anywhere. I just like I throw my suitcase, I get things out of it, I put things back into it.
Yep,
That's it.
same.
He's like hanging up everything in the closet, organizing the room, putting everything around, and then he'll go and I sleep and well, he falls asleep just like boom, like mid conversation. We'll be hanging out talking, and he'll just like, I'm like, okay, so I read a little bit,
Power
then I go to
down
bed.
mode.
But okay, we have to be there at like 10, so we're gonna leave at like 9, and so it's like 8:15 or so, and Drew's like does weird shit to wake me up, and it'll just be like in my face when I finally get awake. He's loud, and he wakes me up, he's just like, good morning, I got your meds ready, I got you a Coke Zero sitting over here, I've already gone down and I worked out in the gym and I did some laps in the pool and I got my shower in, it's time to wake up and sing. And I'm just like,
in a nutshell.
Yeah, basically I make sure she does not have any sort of projectile weapon or a hammer, because I just imagine I'd get hit.
Yeah.
You know. And this is another reason Jar's like, and this is why I stay with Leo and his lady.
I need if Steve stays there again, I need a new place to camp out.
Fair enough. Fair enough. But it's wonderful. But back to the point. Jurassic Park is amazing.
I don't know if you can, but
I hope so. Hopefully, it would be nice to see you at a different con that's not New York. But back to the book. Girl in the Bay was just 4 issues, and it was.
We went on a journey, by the way.
Yeah, we but I have to kind of back. I have to kind of George Lucas it. I was like, we threw these plots. We got to tie this all up, but in a satisfying way. No prequel series. You know, sorry, Jar.
It's okay.
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah, I don't remember doing the house.
Yeah, but again, this book, like, you had such fun with it, clearly, but it was a little sad. I was like, oh man,
it was pretty sad. But and the other part is that we weren't sure if we were going to get any other more books or not, so it had to be we wrapped it up as best as we could when we were working on the book itself.
Yeah, but
what kind of scripts do you get for this? Is it full script, or does he does he trust you more that you know what you're doing, kind of just like, hey, especially with the demon there, was it I want this guy's slime almost dripping, kind of.
I mean, this is the one I kind of wondered about.
He was pretty his scripts were not completely full of detail, but they were easy to read, and I immediately had the idea for the monster as soon as I drew him. There's only a little things here and there that had to be touched up on him, but It was like the way he described it as this grotesque like lump of flesh or something. I can't quite remember. I wish I still had the script with me, but they kind of let me do my own thing when it came to certain with a lot of the book. It was only very specific things, especially when it came to like the time period where it takes place at first, or like how a setting was supposed to look in a specific like scene. There's only a few things. The rest of it was pretty much like down to me.
I say like you're. Oh, go ahead, Kari.
Oh, like with this page, was it just kind of like include these events and throw them around, or did you just, or was it just kind of like sum up the?
Yeah, pretty much. It was just like setting up everything in order. There was a moment where I had to look up some things because I was like, wait, I don't remember what that looked like. Oh, this is what it looked like. Okay. Yeah, the 9/11 one was interesting to draw.
Oof.
I was like, oh no, I'm drawing this.
But yeah, Challenger, right?
Yeah, and then there's the Challenger, and
talk about a way to traumatize all kids.
Like, okay, you were obviously alive for a lot of this.
Right.
So it's like his love letter to, well, I mean, like the was it early 70s, I think, late 60s, early 70s.
Yeah.
To that time period, I would say.
Well, like I said, it was wonderful, but kind of to bring it all around, then Lilith, which is the work you're working on, right? Still working on it. Yeah. Volume 1. Yeah, okay, I have to ask, just because is Penelope kind of based on you in some way? Because there were certain moments in there that were a little too accurate, and then it was kind of like one of those where this happened to you. Like, I think it's when she tripped on her shoelaces. I was like, okay, that happened to you, right? Because that's one of those where I'm like,
Penelope is a grade A klutz, like I am. I am a huge klutz. And I was like, it kind of fits her personality. I didn't necessarily base her entirely off of me. I just knew like I wanted to make her bubbly and cute, but she's also a klutz, and she kind of gets a little like, she's a little naive, but yeah. And I remember, was it a couple of my friends asked me like, do you see yourself as Penelope or Lilith? I was like, I would like to be as hot as Lilith, but I'm technically Penelope in all that sense.
Well, we got to say thank you, Sasha, for helping come up with the name. That's all that brainstorming.
Sasha's the one that really named Lilith, I would say. I think I still have that somewhere saved. The conversation about how, and like I know, thank you. She and I will go off of like, we'll just like throw ideas at each other occasionally. Like today she shared like a song that kind of really fit the relationship between Penelope and Lilith right now. And there's also like, we were just like talking about like stupid things that we would put in the book that we have ideas for, or like, here's our huge angst conversation for this character, and how I'm like, I want to make people fucking cry like Full Metal Alchemist did.
Oh man,
that's like my goal. I want to make people fucking cry with my book.
Well,
I love how you have some in that where she's all sexy and you got these long fingers and everything's going on. And I closed the thing, by the way, so I can't open it up again. But and then there's just like a little kawaii figure that's like, it's like I was just like, that is so cute. You could tell the manga influence because there's just like all this stuff, and then just the little like in the little cat mouth or something going on. I'm just like, oh, it's adorable.
And then the reactions were so great because like, Lilith is just this super intense, serious character, and then Penelope just brings out the what?
Sorry.
You like what did you do? And it's just like, again, and she kind of has that kind of like Ash from Evil Dead naivety. It's just like, I'm just gonna read from the book. Nothing can happen. Like, and then although I'm sorry, the grinning priest terrified me a
Oh
little
my
bit.
god.
Like
That
I was
was
like,
good stuff right there.
yeah, like I was like, oh my god, I'm getting like flashbacks of the HBO Spawn when Violator was the priest, and I'm just like, I was like, he's smiling. Why is he smiling? Oh god, oh god. I was like, oh, the goo.
That
Oh
was
no.
kind of like my jab at Catholicism and like how incredibly hypocritical it is. So
Goo monsters.
literally just like I chose a priest because despite everything that you see in media about a priest being, you know, a welcoming, loving person, there is a huge, centuries long record of corruption and death and all this other shit. And I'm like, no, this is not. You're not loving every. Oh no, it's just basically like my big fuck you to Catholicism and Christianity, where it's just like you are nothing but giant hypocrites because I grew up with all this shit and fuck you. So
Drew,
I wanted to make it creepy too. It was just something that stuck in my brain. I couldn't keep him. I was like, he had to keep smiling. That's it. I didn't know why, but he just had to. I don't know. Yeah, literally like this, like just constant little buck tooth, or yeah, he's got like a gap in between his
Yeah,
teeth.
I was like, oh boy, that is terrifying.
Do you
I don't-
base any of your characters off the people you know and stuff? Like the brother seems like a normal, everyday kind of Joe.
Ben and Michael are kind of just characters that have been bouncing around in my brain for a while. Originally, they were going to be like a master and apprentice that fall in love, kind of that like boys' love story that I had in mind. But I rejiggered them for Lilith because they kind of fit more. The personalities kind of fit. Where like even though Penelope is the older sibling, try to take care of everything, it's really Ben that has to like watch out for her because holy fuck, did she klutz and she can't like she's not really organized and all this, and it's like it's Ben's the adult. Ben's the only adult in that entire group. And Michael is I wanted this suave character who looks like you think he's a badass, but he's also just like a giant fucking idiot. Like he's like a klutz, not really a klutz, but it's like he gets his ass kicked, obviously, in the book, but it's like he's like it's fuck. It's a great way to describe it. Kind of like Mustang from Full Metal, I guess.
Okay.
You can think about it, but a little more like cattier, if that makes sense.
I kind of felt like they kind of reminded me of how was it from Xena, like Ares from Xena, like like again, clearly is always whatever he has to do to win. Apparently, he's very stinky. Whatever he has to do to win, but if it serves helping the hero, he will. But it's always I need to come out on top. Yeah. So no, so that's kind of how I kind of saw him is I don't trust you at all, but I have stuck with you, so I'm going to deal with it. But you better believe if I get a chance to throw you in the fire, kick.
We get to see his character grow, thankfully, over the course of the story. So a lot of the story is like a monster finding love in the like most unusual places, and that's what kind of like what Lilith is. But yeah, Michael and Ben weren't really based off anybody. They kind of, like I said, they were just kind of like characters that were bouncing around for a while. Mm-hmm. What was based off of? Oh, so the cops that pop up in issue 4.
Yes.
That's actually Sean and his assistant Jake.
Good to know.
And it's like Officer Murphy and Cody, and I'm just like, I literally texted them one day. I'm like, I need pictures of your guys' faces, and they're like, why? Like, just give me your fucking face turnaround.
That's great.
Amazing.
We're trying to make it like a reoccurring gag that they're like the cops that just get stuck with the same shit over and over again. They're like, why are we stuck with the weird shit? Like, why?
Right.
So we kind of want to make them like the funny reoccurring like side characters.
Since this is going to be an ongoing book, do you now have like a way to keep track of who's done what and where, or do you have that all in your head?
I kind of have it all in my head. To be clear, I didn't know that we were gonna be getting another arc until Adrian told me, my editor, and
Surprise,
so
surprise.
I was like, yes. I was so scared that we were gonna get one, but at the same time, I was like, well, if you don't, we don't. If you do, we do. I made a book at least. So,
Right.
but now I'm like, oh, okay, so we got another arc to write. Yeah, it's I have an overall idea. Sasha and I definitely have been talking about it too. I know how the series ends. I specifically know how it ends. I have that locked in my brain already. And I know what's going to be happening with this next arc. It was just a matter, like, a lot of this comes down to like really just me saying, fuck it, I'm putting this in here. Like, it was just like there were days where I was trying to write things, and I remember specifically when I first started writing the first issue, where I was like making it dark and, you know, dreadful and kind of misery. We have another book to write. Fuck, literally the mood of it on the Discord. So I made it like kind of dark and a little too gritty and depressing. And I remember just sitting here going, this is not working. I don't feel like this is working. So I was like, fuck it. Let's add stupid jokes in. Let's go.
And then it worked.
And then it worked. And I didn't expect to like for my editors to love it so much. And it's like a lot of my fuck it jokes end up actually happening. Case in point, I made a joke on Slack about like, what if we did like a Lilith calendar? That'd be fucking funny. And I was like, yeah, we're not gonna do that. And Adrian next day is like, all right, we got plans to do a Lilith calendar for the Backer Kit campaign. I was like, I said that as a joke.
Damn it.
I didn't see that coming at all. Just
that's one of those where, okay, I'm going to think of a bunch of random numbers and then I'm saying, this is not going to be the lottery.
Yeah.
You know?
It's literally like every time I go, fuck it, let's do it. And immediately it's just taken off. So it's like, I do appreciate how much Adrian and Volt allow me to have whatever, like so much fun with my covers and my stories that I get to do. Because it's like, it's literally, most of the time, it's like, I can just go, fuck it. This is what you're getting today.
Yeah. Have you seen Lilith cosplayers yet? Has that happened?
Only like online, like occasionally, like so like the first issue cover that we have a cosplayer that looked like an old, what is it? Fuck. It looked like an old tabloid magazine, like an old from like the 70s, and she's dressed up as Lilith in one of the poses of one of the original illustrations. We've had that, and I've had like friends do it too, but I've not officially seen any Lilith cosplayers. I hope to, maybe one day. I like I said, most of these times I don't expect or think about that happening. It's more of like in the moment where I'm like, hi, I wonder if I might see a cosplayer. Yeah, if not, it's okay.
I mean, you know, in your career, I mean, have you seen like people cosplay, like, again, have like, you know, Answer the Call Ghostbusters show as a Transformer? They're like, oh, hey, love your work. And you're like, thank you. What do you turn into?
I've had a Holtzman come up to me.
Nice.
Which I was like, yeah, of course, perfect character. She's the best character.
Pretty great.
She was cool. And then most of the time when it's Transformers fans coming up, it's usually everybody that knows me from Tumblr or Discord.
Oh no.
in the Transformers fandom.
Yeah.
Not specifically my books. It's mostly because they know me as like, oh, you're one of the Transformers fan artists that I love following and I love your work. And it's like, yep. Nobody knows about the books much. It's always the fan art.
But I mean, and it's funny because I didn't even know that was a thing. Like, there's a Transformers Discord, and literally I was like, do I tell our friend Leo and let that blow his mind, or do I keep that? And then now I was like, I said in the show, shit.
Lots of them.
Oh, no, you don't understand. Like, Leo, like, the fact that he is not here, he would absolutely gush telling you about Transformers, Gen 1. He almost what is Jar? Was like he almost bought, was it Unicron?
Oh, yeah, Unicron.
He almost bought
the giant Unicron figure.
Yeah. But
one of those.
Yeah, Kari.
On accident.
Kari, you gotta tell her the story about it, because she's a fan. She will love this and be like, "What?" Go.
Okay, so while I was being a caregiver for my grandparents, I wasn't here most of the time. But my significant other at the time decided that he was going to invite the entire homeless community to come stay in my apartment.
Yeah,
and they would bring all of their things. And they would dumpster, and they would take all of my things, so I've like no more Magic the Gathering cards.
Oh my god, I would kill that person. I'm sorry.
If I knew who it was, but they left all their shit. A lot of them did, and so I'm like going through and like trying to clean out, because there's a room that's like stacked like with all these people who I don't know, like 50 pairs of sneakers and all this stuff. And I'm going through trying to find some of my stuff that I know at least at one point was in this closet. And I start going through and there's like this giant Transformer, and I pull him out and I'm like, okay. And I had to ask, because I don't know enough about Transformers. And I'm like, he's really big and orange, and he has this and he has these things. But now I'm finding all these different pieces of him. So I'm slowly putting him together as I find more pieces of him. And I'm just assembling this like this tall of a Unicron who's like headlights up, and he's got these weird plastic half disc things and stuff. And so I accidentally have a giant Unicron that,
you know how much that's worth?
For real.
For real. It's the all-star.
If I can find all the pieces,
I mean, people will still probably buy like the rough version, but that thing is worth a lot of money.
Yeah, get an extra buck from it.
That was fan funded, wasn't it?
I think so.
I think so, yeah. But that's insane. That's so insane that they just like left that there.
Yeah, well, the thing is like some of them would be like they would be staying here, so they'd bring all of their stuff here, and then they'd like go to jail, and then they'd never come back to pick their things up, because it was like, oh, I'm homeless, so I don't have anywhere to put it, so I'll just leave it there. And then they eventually forget stuff. And so so I just keep going through different boxes and finding different pieces of Unicron and putting them together.
I'm sorry, Kari, I just imagine like in The Godfather, when it's the leave the gun, take the cannoli. It's just hold on, leave the Unicron, take the Magic the Gathering. Just
$500 off of that sucker.
Yeah, Kari, little all-spark nest egg for you there.
I mean, like literally, I have a couple figures. I'm a fan, but I don't collect a lot of figures. And most of the time, my figures are gifts from fans. Like
That's
I have
awesome.
a couple of I have a couple of what? Abby coming in. She's cussing me out. I have like a couple that I've gotten as gifts from BotCon for when I did the anniversary comic. I've had a fan that him and I were talking about specific characters that like I told him that I hated Trax, and he was like, oh, how dare you? And Trax knows exactly what I'm talking about. But like a lot of this stuff is either from when I was like a kid that I still have, or gifts and stuff. And I actually have a figure here that's worth a good $400 now, but I'm not letting him go because I love him too much.
Well, I mean, yeah, because your love of that started with Beast Wars, right? And just skyrocketed after Armada, right?
Yeah, so like after Armada came out, because despite the fact that Armada was poorly funded and rushed in animation, the story itself was really good, in my opinion. Like growing up back in the day, like I was too young. I was a little too young for Beast Wars to like because I was still that little girl stage where my mom was trying to like get me to do girly things, I guess, or you know, I wanted to play video games, but my cousins wouldn't let me because I was a girl, like that sort of shit. But yeah, like Armada kind of kicked it off, and then it just like this deep dive, like getting onto like the old Transformers fan fiction website that I'm pretty sure isn't there anymore. It was called lexicon.com. And then there's TFW 2005, which is still around. There's like Cybertron. There was like so many Transformers sites, and it's like here I am as a kid, really growing up, and I'm getting deep dive into all these things. And I remember we were, God, where were we? Oh yeah, I remember now. My mom and I and my sister were like going shopping in this little outdoor mall or whatever, outlet mall in Gainesville, Florida. And I saw that there was a comic book store there. I believe it was called Gator Bookstore or something like that. I can't remember what it was called, but I remember going in there and seeing like some Transformers stuff and being very excited because I was like 11 or 12 and I was like, I can get, maybe they got Transformers stuff I could see and like read and whatever. And like Armada was like just like, or like Armada ended, Energon started, and then they were all
the ancient texts.
Old. And then there's like Cybertron or somewhere along the lines. Anyway, I'm going down like what series was out, and then Armada. Yes. So I go in and there's all these long boxes and stuff. And to be honest, that was the very first time I was exposed to actual like comic stuff, like a store that had like long boxes and figurines and collectibles and stuff. Because I was like, all I knew was manga and Cartoon Network stuff and Batman Beyond, and that was like my shit. And so I go in, I don't know where to start. And I'm also like really shy. I was a really shy kid. So I go up to the counter and these two dudes are talking. And I like very shyly asked, hey, do you guys have any Transformers comics? And the guy like turns to me and he just goes, do you even know who Optimus Prime is? And I was like, yeah. And so he was like, he points to a fucking long box and whatever. And I find my stack of Transformers Armada comics that I still have, by the way. But yeah, like it was also me encountering like, wait, why would you say that to me? Like, what's so wrong with a girl liking giant robots? So
it's okay.
It was something I kind of grew up with.
It's okay. They were just too salty.
We're still trying to teach them.
We're strength. It's funny because when your friend said the ancient text, I was like, I remember a long time ago.
Before the Empire.
Before the fall of Cybertron, there were two.
Before the Great War.
Before the Great War, there was Optimus Prime and the Megatron.
The divorce that sparked a giant multi-millennia war.
Well, and it's so funny because I'm a so Transformers fan. Like I never really got into it too much, but I got to meet Frank Welker, which was it was I'm a huge, again, being a Ghostbusters fan. You know what he did.
Oh yeah, he was Bankman.
Yeah, well, he was Ray. And he did a smattering of the other voices. So just being around him. And of course, when you hear him talk, he's basically Fred from Scooby-Doo. But he was doing a signing and like near him is Peter Cullen. So, and I'm doing my best to like, even me, like, again, I'm here for Frank. I have a photo with Frank. He signed my proton pack. I'm over the moon because I'm just like, you're the guy. Like, you know what I mean? Like, this is my, but I'm near Peter Cullen. I was like, I'm absorbing Transformer energy. And I just want to, like, I was like, just calm. And these two can attest. Like, when I geek out, it's like a thermonuclear, adorable detonation. Just a lot of thoughts. It's like, oh my God, you're so great. Everything you do is wonderful. Your mustache is fantastic, Peter. Like the things that the meltdown in my brain, and I was like, keep it cool, keep it cool, keep it cool. Don't do the finger guns. Don't do the shit. The finger guns. But I mean, hearing Peter just in the vicinity, hearing him talk, it's just
it's great.
It's the goosebumps of Transformers. I mean, just anytime you see him do the monologue, the Optimus Prime, you're just like, there will never be anybody else that just does it like the way he does. And it's just it was amazing. So
I got to meet him the year of the 40th anniversary, both of them. I got to meet
Peter
Cullen and Walker. It was at Dallas Fan Expo 2024. And they were I got invited with Sean, and we were all there, and we were looking at the guest list, and we saw that Peter Cullen and Frank Walker were going to be there because it's the anniversary of Transformers. It's the 40th anniversary. And I'm like, holy shit, I don't know if I'll be able to get in line. And Sean's like, dude, you have to, because Peter Cullen ain't getting younger. And I was like, fuck. So beholds to me, thankfully I learned that with my, since I was a guest, I was able to bypass the line, which I was like, oh, cool, awesome.
I was about to say, don't you get privileges?
Yeah, don't you get the nonchalant VIP? Like, sorry, I'm a guest. Sorry, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, they just saw my badge. They're like, oh, okay, you can go ahead.
You go.
I'm okay. And I remember the night before, just joking, like, oh man, I can't wait to meet them. I'm so gonna cry. Not really. And
oh hell
my friend Adrian's with me as I go to meet Peter Cullen. And I didn't have anything for him to sign. I didn't want a picture. I actually drew him a sketch card. I drew one for Peter and one for Frank.
Oh my God.
I drew him a little bust of Optimus Prime that said thank you for everything. And I gave it to him, and I was telling him how much Optimus Prime kept me going through all the hard parts of my life and my career, and how he kept me going. And I was like, oh no, I'm about to cry. Fuck. And my friend Adrian's like, don't cry, because then I'm gonna cry. And it was just like, ah! But it was so amazing, because he takes the card and he's so happy, and he shakes my hand. And he's such a grandpa. I love it. I love how grandfatherly he was. And he goes to me and he goes, keep going. And I was like, I'm gonna cry.
Did he say it in the voice, or was it just regular? Oh,
he
God.
actually he told me, he's like, as I'm leaving, he's like, keep going. And I was like, thank you, Peter Cullen. And then awesome. I met Frank the next day, and same thing. I drew him a sketch card.
Right.
And he gets it. And he's so happy. He's so excited, because I told him, I don't have anything for you to sign. I don't want a picture. I want to give you something. And he shakes my hand, and because I told him about how Megatron was a huge thing for me too growing up, and how the resilience of him, he was also kept me going as well. Right. And so as I'm about to walk away, as he shakes my hand, he pulls out the fucking Megatron voice and goes, Megatron admires your talent and your heart. And I was like,
this is crying of a different degree.
Let me just go. I got inducted into the Decepticons that day. Kiss my ass.
That's a Katrina in the Waves. Like, I'm walking on sunshine. Whoa.
A magical moment that day. It was a magical day.
Agreed.
Peter Cullen and Frank Welker, and I was like, that's it. I'm done.
Out. Done.
I think it's the only other one that I want to meet is Hugh Jackman. That's it.
Good luck.
I know. I was like, that's a pie in the sky.
You know what? Just if you do it,
show on Broadway or something.
Yeah,
a better chance.
It'll be the greatest show for you.
He is the greatest showman.
That was pretty slick, Drew.
Thank you. Thank you. Da, da, da.
I
hope.
Go, Kari.
Oh, I was just gonna say we told you we were gonna keep you for an hour, and we're heading on 2 now. So I hope.
We need to wrap this up. So,
Okay. Get out.
This is the problem. We just get so wrapped up in the convo. We're just like, it's like we could be on forever, but the attention span of nerds does not allow us to do that. So, damn you nerds.
It's like whenever I talk about like Transformers fandom stuff, and like we'll be at it for hours, and I'm like, oh fuck, it's already midnight.
Yeah, that's that. We're gonna have you on for an hour after everything. 2 hours later. But all right. Well, I guess Kari, we should just wrap it up, right? I don't even think we have time for our usual end of the show question.
What are we having?
What are we having though? What do you want us to talk about it? We could just be like, and then in other news, she's making a plate of pasta. Perhaps, maybe is it going to be olive oil? Maybe it'll be tomato sauce. Will she sprinkle Parmesan? Will it be Romano? Who cares? It's dinner. Stouffer's mac and cheese, the Home Alone edition.
Oh,
you
got the pasta right.
Wow, that's true.
I was like, she had the mushrooms. I was like, that's a Mario meal. It's okay. Mario meal.
So
it's a pasta.
So do you have anything coming up? As you said, you were putting out a new book with Sean Murphy, and do you want to promote anything, and also any cons that you might have coming up?
Yes.
I can't quite talk about the book with Sean too much, unfortunately, because we don't have a publisher yet, but it is already 2 issues in the bag.
Yeah.
Nice.
And I can say this: it is basically a monster story in the Northeast.
Yes.
But it's a New Hampshire monster story, kind of based around Sean's childhood and a bit of mine. But that's the book we're going to be working on now, or we're working on right now. I got 2 more issues to go. But yeah, we're still looking for a publisher. And then there's Lilith Arc 2, which will be coming out in fall. I actually start writing issue 6 finally after the outline got approved. So there's a lot of work coming up. And as for shows, I will be at MegaCon Orlando this year. March 19th to the 22nd. I did not know that was a 4-day show. And then we'll be Denver Fan Expo in May. And there might be a show somewhere in July. I can't say much yet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And definitely New York, but yeah.
Well, yeah. Oh, absolutely.
I forgot. I have to pull you up solo and be like, so where do you like fans to reach out at you on social media and reach you?
You can find me on Instagram, Blue Sky, and Twitter, because I refuse to call it X. All the same name at Corin M. Howell. And I also have my new website that we just launched, and it has it has a store and where you can contact me about commissions as well. I will be opening pre-show commissions for MegaCon Orlando on the 25th. But yeah, you can find me at CorinMHowell.com. And yeah, that's where you'll find me, and you can get all the news on Lilith too. We have our own newsletter coming out soon. So yeah, you can all find me there.
What's the strangest commission you've been asked to draw?
Oh God. Okay. So
she had to pause, Jar,
doesn't it?
It's gonna be fucking weird. There's gonna be tentacles.
No, it doesn't look. Here's the thing: it doesn't look weird, but it is very obvious what the intention is. This specific commission was Power Girl, but with no shoes on.
I knew there was feet in it.
Yep. And it's like you have to make sure that there's a good attention to the feet. And I'm like, I commend your attempt to try to hide what you want, but this is so obvious because I learned that this person has a fucking history of doing the same commission with a lot of artists.
Okay.
So it doesn't sound weird, but I know the intentions behind it, and I'm like, that's the weird part for me. Because it's like, other than that, it's like, people's OCs or,
Right.
specific characters, whatever. But that's the one that still sticks with me, where I'm like, this is so specific. It's so specific.
Yep. Should have went with tentacles.
Okay.
Wonder Bread guy.
The Wonder Bread guy.
Ugh.
No. Save it for next show. No. All right, Kari, you going to sign us off?
Yep. Okay, so I talk a little bit more about myself than Leo does. He's always like, to find me, bye. But you can find me at Kari Sanders on Facebook, and I have all those other little things too, but I don't use any of them except to follow people. So go there, and you can find links to like my author page and to the Owlite Network, where I do shows over there too, and to all my stuff. It's super fun. But go read my things, get a hold of me, hang out. Jar, where do you want people to get a hold of you?
Anywhere and everywhere, social media. I'm sure Instagram. I think I might even have a Twitter account. I haven't been on there in forever, but you might find me there. Beyond that, I'm here every Tuesday.
All right.
Oh, nice.
Hard eyes, motherfucker. Hey, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us. We really do appreciate it. If you really like what you saw here and you haven't already, please hit the like and subscribe button to our YouTube channel. We got a lot of really great stuff coming up this year. And, help us, be able to fund a new Discord. We haven't one yet, but, apparently Discord is where things happen at a creative level that we didn't even realize. Chaos
happens.
Indeed, it's where the old chaos happens. But if you need to get in touch with me, you can find me, Drew Mollo, on Facebook, Ghostbusterman1984. On Instagram, I'm on Blue Sky as well. And I'm just generally full of shenanigans. Just general shenanigans. Like literally, we'll pistol whip the next guy who says shenanigans.
Hey, what's
And
that place you like
malarkey.
to eat at?
That shenanigans. Damn it. But seriously, thank you so much, everybody. And make sure to stay tuned next week when we're going to have Amber Akin on to discuss her new book, Penny and the Yeti. Really excited about that one. But until then, this has been Splash Pages, and see you later.
Bye,
Bye,
buddy.
I guess that's how we're signing off. Brandon Asker.